Without sounding cliche, I would also, you all are, I'm sure, living this right now, and it's easier said than done. But every opportunity is, I think, in some way manifested from a challenge, or people who reimagine a challenge or see opportunity in that challenge. Um, I really believe there's some powerful narratives coming out of this, not just in healthcare, but in how society lives and interacts, that are going to make people really think about how they live. And so I actually think it's an extraordinary time to be starting fresh, because the rest of the world, frankly, is. And you guys are in a position to really decide where you want to spend your time and what the first chapter of your life looks like. And I just think that's awesome. The question is, okay, very practically, what does that mean for you? For those of you who have mobility, as things start to reopen, I think that this is a time. I think of my own company. People are hungry for talent that can move quick in today's world, that understands, like, one of the big transitions we're seeing is this digitalization. Now, this Zoom is a classic example. We would traditionally be having to do this last year in person, a big auditorium maybe. But as that happens, people who can quickly navigate and adapt in this environment, that's a skill. And the reality is there's a certain age demographic of people who just don't have that. And so the skills that are needed in this new economy are going to feel second nature to most of you. But more importantly, I think it's the difference is going to be the people who are willing to really lean into risk. And I love history as a lesson, and I think about prior crises, and the people I admire as leaders, they're people who leaned into risk. And I am a huge believer that you can take the risk out of life and you can live a reasonably normal life. But the people who are extraordinary human stories, whether they're Americans or otherwise, are people who leaned into risk and took that on in order to go do something they believed in or contributed. And that stuff can almost, when we boil it down, it can almost sound just like sound bites. But when you look at the people who you and I get excited about learning from or look up to, they took a crisis and saw an opportunity, went and leaned in. And so I would say, like, just take some risk right now. There's no better time. You didn't get an internship. Where do you want to intern? How do you figure out a way to navigate into the place you want to be? And I can tell you right now that every company is looking for creative resources and talent. And the hiring might not be ideal, and the economics of it for a little while might be challenging, but I assure you that there's going to be a major resetting, and people with your skills and talent are going to be in high demand.